Welcome to my channel Glazinia. Please like, share, and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Have you ever found yourself struggling to consistently wear the hijab or dress modestly? You're not alone in this, and it's something many of us face at some point. In today's video, we're going to explore how to stay consistent with wearing the hijab and dressing modestly despite the challenges we may face. From practical tips to spiritual reminders, this video will give you some helpful insights and inspiration. So let's get started. Modesty is such a beautiful and important aspect of Islam. Whether it's wearing the hijab or dressing modestly, it's not just about how we look on the outside. It's a reflection of our inner faith and submission to Allah. But I understand that maintaining consistency can be challenging at times. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the importance of modesty, the common struggles many of us face, and most importantly, how we can stay consistent and committed to modest fashion. We'll talk about why modesty is so important in Islam, the common struggles that make consistency difficult, and then I'll share practical, everyday tips to help you stay on track in your modesty journey. This is not about perfection. It's about growth, commitment, and staying true to yourself.
Part 1. Understanding the importance of modesty and the hijab. Spiritual perspective. In Islam, wearing the hijab and dressing modestly is much more than just a fashion choice. It's an act of obedience to Allah. When Allah commands us in the Quran to dress modestly and cover our beauty, it's because He knows what is best for us. In Surah An-Nur, Allah says, "And tell the believing women to lower their gaze and guard their private parts and not to display their beauty except what is apparent, and to wrap a portion of their head covers over their chests." 24:31. This verse reminds us of the importance of modesty in our appearance, not just for ourselves but for our connection to Allah. It's a way to honor our faith and present ourselves as dignified women who respect our bodies and our relationship with Allah. Mental and emotional benefits. Now, beyond the spiritual benefits, dressing modestly can bring emotional and mental peace. When you dress modestly, you're not seeking validation from the world around you. Instead, you're choosing to focus on your inner beauty, character, and how you relate to Allah. It can actually boost your self-esteem, because you're embracing who you are, not what society expects you to look like. Part 2. Common challenges to staying consistent. Peer pressure and social expectations. I know firsthand that staying consistent with wearing the hijab or dressing modestly can be difficult, especially in a society where modest fashion isn't always the norm. Sometimes we feel the pressure to fit in with the latest trends, or to look a certain way to be accepted. If you're surrounded by people who don't understand your choices, it can be really challenging to stay true to yourself. But remember, your hijab is not for anyone but for Allah. Don't let anyone's opinion sway you from what you know is right for you. Struggles. There are also moments where you may feel disconnected from your faith, and with that, the motivation to wear the hijab might fade. You might feel like it's hard to keep up with the consistency. It's okay to have these moments. What's important is not to let them define you or pull you away from your true path. Remember, even the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reminded us that we all go through phases, that our goal should be to keep striving and to never give up. Part 3. Tips for staying consistent. Develop a strong spiritual foundation. The first tip for staying consistent is to strengthen your connection with Allah. The more you focus on your faith, the easier it becomes to make decisions in line with your values. Pray regularly, read the Quran, and remember that Allah sees your struggles and rewards every step you take towards Him. When your heart is in the right place and you are grounded in your spirituality, staying consistent in your modesty will feel more natural. Start small, build gradually. Sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect from the start. But consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. If you're struggling to make the hijab a regular part of your routine, try starting small. Maybe wear it for a few hours a day or on specific occasions, and gradually make it a permanent part of your life. Celebrate small wins and don't be too hard on yourself if you stumble. Every step towards modesty is a step in the right direction. Surround yourself with positive influences. It's really important to surround yourself with people who share your values and will encourage you to stay on your path. Whether it's family, friends, or online communities, find people who uplift you and remind you of the beauty of modesty. When you're in a positive and supportive environment, it's much easier to stay consistent. Focus on the bigger picture. Remember why you chose modesty in the first place. It's not about what others think, but about your relationship with Allah. The hijab is a reflection of your faith, and every time you wear it, you're making a conscious choice to be obedient to Allah. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. That the reward for modesty is great, and it's worth every effort. Stay inspired and keep learning. Staying inspired is key to consistency. Follow modest fashion influencers, listen to podcasts, read books, or watch lectures that focus on Islamic values and modesty. When you keep learning and staying inspired, you'll feel more motivated to continue on your journey. Set realistic goals and reward yourself. Set small, realistic goals for yourself. Perhaps aim to wear the hijab consistently for 1 week, or find a modest outfit that you feel comfortable and confident in. And when you reach those goals, reward yourself. Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, will encourage you to keep moving forward. Part 4. The power of dua and sincerity. Turning to Allah. Whenever you feel weak or unsure, turn to Allah for strength. Make dua supplication and ask Him to guide you and give you the strength to stay consistent in your modesty. Remember that Allah is the most merciful, and He knows your struggles and your heart. Ask for His help and trust that He will always be there to guide you. Authenticity over perfection. Perfection isn't the goal here. Modesty is about sincerity in your actions and intentions. Don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is unique, and it's the sincerity of your heart that matters the most. Keep your intentions pure for the sake of Allah, and you'll find peace in your decisions. Part 5. Practical tips for hijab styling and modest fashion. Find your own modesty style. Modesty doesn't mean you have to compromise on style. In fact, there are so many beautiful ways to express your personality through your clothing, while still staying true to your values. You can experiment with different scarf styles, layering, or accessorizing, as long as it aligns with the principles of modesty. The key is to feel comfortable and confident in what you're wearing, without compromising on your values. Invest in versatile pieces. One of the best things you can do is invest in versatile, timeless pieces that are both modest and stylish. Items like maxi dresses, long tunics, cardigans, and high-waisted skirts are great staples that can be mixed and matched for different occasions. Quality fabrics that are breathable and comfortable will make it much easier to wear your hijab regularly. Organize your wardrobe. A cluttered wardrobe can make getting dressed feel overwhelming, so organizing your clothes can make a huge difference. Arrange your modest clothes in a way that makes it easy for you to find them and put together an outfit. When your wardrobe is organized, it'll make your day-to-day dressing much simpler. Part 6. Staying positive and resilient. Be kind to yourself. Remember, the journey to consistency is not always linear, and that's okay. There will be days when you might slip up or face challenges, and that's part of being human. What matters is that you keep going, and you don't give up on yourself. Be patient and kind to yourself, and know that Allah is always ready to guide you back to the right path. Reflect on the benefits. Every time you wear your hijab or dress modestly, remember the spiritual rewards that come with it. Not only does it bring you closer to Allah, but it's a reminder of your identity, your faith, and your strength. So, don't forget to reflect on these beautiful rewards every time you make the choice to stay consistent. Staying consistent with modesty can be tough, but it's worth it. Remember, this journey is between you and Allah. Stay committed. Stay true to yourself. If you ever find yourself struggling, don't forget to turn to Allah for strength. Keep striving, and remember that the reward is beyond anything we can imagine. Let me know in the comments how you stay consistent with your hijab or modest fashion, and feel free to share any struggles or tips that have helped you along the way. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. May Allah grant us all the strength to stay consistent in our faith. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.